Oh, I got to see about
Good.
Fred.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the zoo. The minions with me this evening are Adam
How's it going?
and Tyr.
What ups?
And as it is once again a Friday, but not the first Friday of the month, I'm the keeper for this evening, Sanguine. How are both of you doing tonight?
I'm doing amazingly well.
That's good to hear. How about you, Adam?
Well, I know that you're going to talk about food. So right now I'm kind of on the fence of, do I order a steak burger from Steak and Shake or an omelet from IHOP?
Omelet. IHOP. No, steak burger.
Dude, steak burger with tallow now.
Ooh, yeah, tallow's absolutely delicious. I love using tallow to cook.
Do you use it
Yeah.
on the regular at your own place?
Yeah, I render down suet into tallow, and I use tallow when I'm making beef.
How do you get tallow?
And just to let you know,
suet.
this show is brought to you by Beef Tallow Incorporated. Giving you the best cooking ingredients known to. No, I'm just it's a joke.
What you do is you take suet, which is solid beef fat. It's fat from around the organs.
Mm-hmm.
And you take that, you chop it up into cubes, and then you stick it into an oven, and you roast it down so that all the fat from the tissue renders out. And you want to roast it at like probably about 250 to 350, somewhere in there, in order to get the best quality tallow at the end. So you just melt the fat out of it, and then that rendered fat, you then strain off any of the chunks of the tissue left, and you take that, and that's your tallow. That lovely, lovely fat. So you can get suet from pretty much any grocery store. A lot of places will sell it frozen, but you can find it fresh as well. So yeah, just take that, render the fat, and you have tallow.
I might have to try that.
And it is delicious.
Imagine it is.
Makes things a lot beefier when you cook things in it. So really good for that. And there's the green onion.
And
just quickly sauteing up some green onion because I'm going to be turning it into a green onion sauce for my chicken hindquarter that I'm having tonight. I'm having a chicken hindquarter rice bowl with a bit of sauteed napa that I'm about to slice up and then fry up in a bit of lard. Or more a stir fry in a bit of lard. And then I have the green onion that I'm currently just tossing into that lard to give it a bit of color, to absorb some of that flavor, that I'm then going to pull out, and I'm going to blitz up with a bit of soy sauce, a bit of garlic powder, a bit of ginger powder, and a couple other seasonings. Blitz it up so I get this really nice sauce, also with a fair bit of the green onion greens, so that has a pleasant color. And that's going to be the sauce for my chicken hindquarter tonight. And last night I had absolutely delicious stuffed Napa rolls. So I had a chicken forequarter that I skinned and deboned and then ran through my grinder into a nice coarse ground chicken breast. And then with that, I did some kimchi Oh, that's one of the other things that I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I'm going to have a spot of kimchi. But I did kimchi, green onion, and splash of shoyu, some seasonings. Stuff that into some steamed Napa leaves. You steam them first in order to make them nice and pliable. Rolled those up, shoved those in a steamer, steamed them up again so that the meat was cooked through. Served that up on top of a rice bowl with a drizzle of soy sauce. Absolutely fucking delicious.
My plate is where?
As always, the rule is anyone that shows up can get fed.
All right, I'll come in through the back door.
And I took some of the chicken I took the skin of both of the chicken forequarters.
Mm-hmm.
And I then made 2 really large chicken skin sausages.
Mm-hmm.
So I took some of the ground chicken that I made.
Hold on. Chicken skin sausages.
Yep. So you know how a normal sausage has that casing, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and now I'm imagining, like, how do you get the chicken skin to be for a casing? That's okay. Please explain.
What you do is you skin the chicken. So that was the first step. I took the skin off of the 2 forequarters. Then I minced up the meat, mixed it up, much the same that I did for the cabbage rolls that I was just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Then took that, and after I let it kind of marry the flavors together a little bit more, I took the chicken skin that I had, and then just like I rolled up the stuffed Napa leaves, I put down a heaping helping of the filling on the chicken skin, and then I tightly rolled up the chicken skin around the meat. So I have these chicken skin sausages.
Okay.
And they're going to be absolutely delicious. Really deep chicken flavor, of course, which is exactly what I want. And they will be dinner probably tomorrow or the night after.
Nice.
With a bowl of rice.
There we are.
Moment, going to quickly mute up so I can blitz up the small amount of sauce that I'm making for tonight. You two talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. So Adam, did you hear about the Fantastic Four movie and what they're doing to it?
Did you see the new trailer?
No, I haven't seen the new trailer.
It actually looks pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I mean, sorry, I heard the laughter. To cut to the end of the bit, they showed Galactus walking down the street. So it's one of those. I'm interested to see how they portray Galactus.
That has to be a big ass street for Galactus to walk down it.
Well, yeah, they showed him. It looks like he's walking like maybe he's able to shrink down. I don't know.
I'm gonna take a look at this trailer, Fantastic Four trailer, because what the fuck?
Yeah, the thing that I found funny was they decided that they were going to gender swap the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, they did that, and there's been people who are arguing, hey, this is
I just like the look of Benjamin Grimm.
Well, that's the other thing. Apparently, they're making. Well, okay. This is what I've been hearing. they're gonna make Ben Grimm gay.
I heard that too, and it's horrible.
Why? Like
Reasons.
the whole point. Like there was even an arc in the comic where it was, why doesn't he want to turn normal? And he doesn't want to do it because he loves this woman, and the woman loves him. Like, why take that away from him? And the whole point of it was he was supposed to be a heartthrob before, and all of a sudden he's a rock monster.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I hold on. I dislike the all right, so any normal person, any normal person, hero, anybody, the moment they hear someone is pregnant, they instantly get put off the team. They instantly get benched.
Mm-hmm.
There is no fucking way in hell they're going to allow her to fight eldritch abominations, guys that can fire laser beams from their assholes and fucking fight. You know?
Well, there was some speculation as that's the whole point of this, and that's how it pulls it into the multiverse, right? Is the kid or the baby? She has the baby, and then they have to deal with Galactus, and the only way
son of a bitch! Are they bringing in what's Sue Storm's kid that is
Franklin Richards?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, yeah, she's pregnant in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, no, Franklin Richards is literally becomes a dimension hopping god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they going, well, we haven't fucked up the continuity enough. Let's bring in Franklin.
It seems like that's how they're doing it. And that's how we're getting Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
Really?
Brilliant.
I just like all right, this from what I'm watching from the trailer. It's Reed Richards taking responsibility for like summoning Galactus here. And instantly again, no. Reed Richards did not. He can't summon Galactus. Galactus just is an inevitability. Thanos is inevitable. Galactus is inevitable. At some point, Galactus will come to your fucking planet and consume you. Either he comes today, he comes a billion years from now. Your planet is getting eaten.
And both of them hate each other.
Yes. Because they can't really fucking kill each other. Because one's a lock and one has the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yep.
Like, Thanos knows if he kills Galactus, something far worse than Galactus will come out.
But this is modern day Disney. They're going to look to see how best they can milk their properties.
How they can fuck the story.
Yeah.
Ruin it for all the other girls.
All right, it's settled.
I seen the scene where he's pushing it, and he's pulling the goddamn thing in the water. And again, it doesn't look like he's close to the shore. It looks like he's in the fucking middle of the water.
Yeah, it's a problem that I have with a lot of superhero things, and I'm able to suspend my disbelief for certain things. There's other things that not so much. It's fairly easy for me to suspend disbelief when someone says, oh yeah, they're super strong and they're able to hit really fucking hard and throw things really fucking far and do shit like that. Because I'm going, oh, they have a lesser secondary power.
Oh, God, no.
Where it's that they have effectively inertial dampener. Where that allows them to actually put out the damage that they're showing, rather than if we were dealing with actual physics. If Hulk hit someone hard enough to send them into the stratosphere,
He's gonna he's collapsing their lungs, their chest. He's fucking killing them.
Not only would he fucking kill them, but also Hulk would become a missile in the opposite direction.
It's sort of like how the Flash technically has. If anyone moved that fast in fucking reality, they would burn our atmosphere.
Yep.
And the Speed Force literally protects both us and the Flash.
Yep.
Because you rip yourself fucking apart. Don't go in that fast. You'd fragment to your atoms.
There's a shit ton of auxiliary powers.
Yes.
That are never actually named. They're never actually talked about. Oh yeah, this hero has inertial dampening powers.
Yeah.
Or there's a lot of heroes that will have super strength, but it won't be that they also have super durability in all respects, but they have super durability in the respect of their bones don't break when they use their super strength. Because if they had no increased durability, then if they're, again, going to the example, punching someone hard enough to launch them into orbit, their arm, their muscles would just be absolutely shredded. There's one series that actually takes this into consideration, and it's a fucking anime. My Hero Academia, for all the problems that it has, because there's a lot of people that don't like the way that it's structured, and yeah, you can be pissed off with how it's structured. You could say that it fell off, that it could have been much better, but it had these issues. Absolutely. Every show has issues. But My Hero Academia went, hey, this character, we just gave them insane physical abilities. Their body isn't used to this shit. So they use their super strength and their arm just shatters every fucking time that they use their super strength. Because, again, they aren't used to it. They don't know how to brace their body. They don't know how to do everything that they're supposed to do. So, throughout the show, it's that character figuring out how to actually use the abilities that they've been given. And they fuck up a shit ton. Throughout the first bit of the series, it is literally every time that the character uses their abilities, they are then seen in a hospital bed, and it is a clear indication of sometime later before they're able to do their powers again. You see them absolutely kicked to shit because, again, the author and the animators and everyone involved in the story realize, oh, with most heroes, they've figured out how to use their powers, and they've kind of trained up their bodies to use their powers. This guy was just given them yesterday.
Yeah, he's going to polarize his own arm. He's going to put his own eye out. He'll put your eye out, kid. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
He's going to go try to do something that he's seen the person who gave him the powers do. So he knows he's able to do it, but he won't have all the information that made it so that that previous character was able to do it safely. So they're going to be fucked up. They're going to get injured. And that's something that a lot of things don't do enough of. They don't show that this is the character learning how to do this shit. And it's something that used to be done constantly. There's an entire thing that people would do in movies that was to show this passage of time and learning how to do shit.
It's called the montage.
Yes, and people
Montage.
fucking loved montages, as cheesy as they were.
Even Rocky had a montage.
It very quickly communicated the idea
Of training.
of training in order to actually be able to do what they're doing. It wasn't just suddenly, and then they got better. Well, why did they get better? They might have trained or something. No, show us. You don't have to show us the entire training process at real time speed, because that would take fucking ages. But show us something that is snapshots of their training that lets us know that they were training, that they were doing things. Don't just tell us. Show us.
Yeah, but see, you gotta remember, nowadays is the era of, the key to everything, where everyone is automatically the bestest ever, even though they shouldn't be.
The best ever should be few and far between in anything.
I agree, but it's still the bestest ever.
Yep. And it's infuriating because what you need to do is you need to show the development. You need to show the growth, because that's how people actually connect with these fucking characters. People didn't connect to Rocky because Rocky strong, Rocky punch harder, Rocky take more punches, Rocky good. No, it was, we saw Rocky sucking, and then all the shit that he did to not suck.
Yep.
And by seeing that growth, by seeing that process, everyone was able to connect with Rocky. They were able to go, well, yeah, I don't know exactly what it's like to be competing in this sport, to be boxing, because not everyone has boxed. Everyone has had to get better at something that they wanted to get better at.
Mm-hmm.
So showing someone going through that, showing someone putting themselves through hell to do what they want to do, everyone understands that. Everyone knows that. Everyone respects that. But they just keep on doing this same shit of, well, if we show that they're training, that means that they weren't amazing at it to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And if they weren't amazing at it to begin with, well, that harms how impressive the character is. No, exact opposite.
What are we talking
Improves. How characters nowadays don't show their fucking growth. They are just made to be amazing rather than...
They're automatically amazing. They're automatically the bestest ever.
Rather than developing. So, went into a rant about how, old school movies, you had montages and shit like that. That you don't need to show the entire process, but you show little snippets of them improving. Or you can do it throughout the course of the story. That's also a really good way of doing it, where you have them go off and then they fuck up miserably on something early on, and you show them having learned from that. And you show them learning each time that something that they didn't want to have happen happened, or something that they kind of screwed up, they figure out and they don't screw it up in that way anymore.
What is your problem now?
So which game is that?
Railroad Empire 2.
Ah.
And I think I fucked something up.
Come on. Damn it.
Let
There
me
used
see.
to be a way of... There we go. That's where it is.
I have everything connecting.
Yeah, character growth is a lost art. Having characters that have actual fucking weaknesses, that's a lost art as well.
Shit. You can have characters with, like, again, I think emotional weaknesses are just as good as physical weaknesses.
Yep.
You know, it shows. It showed that your characters are infallible, if you will.
Well, no,
That's
they're fallible. Infallible.
No, they're fallible.
They are perfect.
Yeah, it showed that there's something that gets to your character. It's something that bothers them.
Yep.
You know. Man.
And different vices and different virtues make team composition interesting. And that's often where team composition becomes the most interesting, when you are able to see how their vices interact. And what happens when this person who is extremely prideful has to acknowledge that this other person in the party who is far too fucking timid is the one who is actually the better person in this specific task.
Yeah.
Seeing shit like that where you actually learn about the characters and you get to see more than just, well, this is their power, so this is what they're good at.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Stories. Have you been listening? This is the second time that you've asked what we're talking about, and we haven't changed topic very much.
We're talking about meth.
Oh, well, you know, I'm not too familiar with meth, so, yeah.
We were talking about how, first off, people didn't show character development. That was the montage thing that we were talking about. Then we brought up they also have a really hard time having characters that are written so that they have actual fucking weaknesses. And then I said that watching how their weaknesses interact is often more interesting than watching how their strengths interact, because that gives you more information on the characters than just, this is their power, so this is what they do in the party. That's boring.
Yes.
Give them actual character. Give them weaknesses. Give them things that they excel at, that they suck at, and give them things that fuck with them on a mental and emotional level, and show how those things cause conflict within the party. Those things bring people together or push them away and then bring them together. Have an actual fucking story.
Yes. No, show again. The one of the things I used to love about comics isn't just the cool kick-ass events. It is the interplay between two characters, two opposing forces. You got Iceman and you got fucking Pyro. Clearly, their power set is at odds.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the clashes of personality between the two. And you just know, because again, you have the clash of personality and you got the power sets being at odds, that at some point in their existence, they're going to come to blows. It just has to happen. It's just a matter of when. With the spark that set it off. Is it going to be Iceman doing something stupid? Is it going to be Pyro doing something stupid? Or you have characters like the shit between the Scarlet Witch, comic Scarlet Witch, and her father. Him being a dick to her, giving her emotional hangups.
Mm-hmm.
But now you got characters like Rey. Rey has no conflict. In the new Star Wars, Rey has no conflict. Rey has no reason to grow. Rey, all this shit, Rey has no reason to be there. She has no investment in the story because, again, it does not affect her. Rey could have lived on that fucking planet the rest of her life and nothing would have fucking changed. The war could have been raging above her head and she still kept on living.
And the thing is that the bits that changed within her character throughout the story, there's no reason to think that they would have never changed otherwise. Because it wasn't like, well, she had to go on the adventure and get this amazing training in order to unlock her true powers. No, that didn't happen in the story. What happened in the story was she went on this adventure, and then the powers that she's always had, and she's always had in this monstrous degree, emerged. They didn't emerge because of something in the story. They just emerged over the time of the story. So, well, she wouldn't have been gifted with the Force if she didn't go off-world. Yes, she would have.
She already had the fucking Force, apparently.
Yeah.
She was using it in small ways.
The most that you could say was, well, she saw how other people could use the Force, and then she figured out how to use the Force more directly. But just hearing a story of how Kylo Ren was able to mind control someone would be the same degree of, oh, I might be able to mind control someone.
But see, the problem with the difference between Rey and Kylo is Kylo had training. Kylo wasn't, just fresh off the fucking boat farm boy. He was taught how to do the basic shit, and he had a master that taught him more.
Yep.
That's the difference between Rey and Kylo. One of the major differences between the two characters. Yes, Rey had no training whatsoever, and she's using.
If they wanted to have Rey be this ridiculously powerful being from the get-go, there's one type of character that you can write really easily to be monstrously strong and nearly perfect off the bat, and it doesn't spoil a story. Do you know what type of character?
A god character?
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
If you make a villain ridiculously powerful, and you don't know why they're ridiculously powerful, think of it. When we first came across Darth Vader, did we know why Darth Vader was as powerful as he was?
Nope.
Did we fucking care? No, it was just, holy shit, Darth Vader is a badass. He's terrifying. How the fuck are the heroes going to deal with that?
That's true.
And if it had been, this is something that a lot of people have said before, if they had made it so that it starts off, and it starts off roughly the same, and then towards the end of the first movie, rather than having it be where all the heroes make it out and they're still good guys, make it so that when the massive fight in the forest on Starkiller Base happens.
Wait, what?
Make it so that there was a fight in the forest on Starkiller Base in the first movie of the sequels. It was the ending climactic fight of the movie. So if they had made it so that at the end of that fight, rather than it being Rey coming out on top, and then getting divided from Kylo with everyone else, and running off and getting away safe and sound, which she didn't need the world to crack in order to get away. She was winning the fight.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been that she and Poe and have it so that all the heroes are the 3 heroes of the group are there.
Mm-hmm.
And they are very narrowly forcing Kylo back. And then the world starts to split open. And it cuts off Rey and Kylo.
All right. Have you ever... You know about the Romance of 3 Kingdoms, right?
Yep.
All right. You know about when the 3 brothers fight Lubu, right?
Yep.
You know how it starts off. Lubu is told to be like the strongest ever, and like everyone that ever comes across him instantly fucking dies to his awesomeness because he's that fucking powerful. And you got Zhang Fei coming out of nowhere and like challenge him, and he's fucking doing okay-ish till he fucking starts to make a mistake. And then out of nowhere, Guan Yu comes in and joins in, and it's the 2 of them fighting him. And now Lubu's handling both of them. And out of nowhere, Liu Bei had to come in and save both their asses. And now it's the 3 of them fighting against this one character. And it should have been something like that. It starts off with Finn fighting Kylo. I don't know how Rey gets into the lightsaber, but somehow she gets a fucking lightsaber. And she comes out of nowhere to save Finn.
Oh, no, you could have had it start off roughly the same way, where it's Finn starts off against Kylo, and then Finn gets disarmed because he's not a fucking lightsaber user. He was using it because, well, he's seen that lightsabers can cut through fucking anything. So in order to block the lightsaber that Kylo had, he was using a lightsaber.
Okay.
So have it be where Finn comes in with the lightsaber, he's fighting, he's getting his ass kicked fairly quickly, and then as he ends up getting knocked back and drops the lightsaber, then you would have Rey come in, and Rey would start jumping in on the fight. But Finn, have him stay in the fight, have him go back to, he was trained as a trooper. At least when they first started out, he was trained as a trooper. Then they decided that no, he wasn't really trained as a trooper. He was just the cleaning boy. But
it makes no fucking sense.
Go back to him being a trained trooper. So he knows how to use weapons. Make it so that he's actually good with the fucking weapons. Then have it be that the fight is more balanced, but they're still being pushed back. They're still losing out. And then have the next character that jumps in.
You know what you could have? No, what would have been a good thing? All right, so it's he uses the lightsaber first, and then he realized, holy shit, I'm not good with this damn thing, and he's almost died. Daisy comes in to save Rey, comes in to save his ass. She grabs the lightsaber and he picks up a blaster. So now he's firing that and Kylo is both deflecting his shots back at him, so he ducks behind a tree and shit. Because again, he's trained as a marksman and a shooter, so he knows like I need to hide and get range. So he's hiding behind a tree trying to take pot shots. And again, as he's fighting her, he's blocking the shots and flipping them back at him. And then Poe comes out of nowhere, and it's 2 range on Daisy holding him immediately, and he can't take them both. He can't deal with it.
Have it be where they start to win. They don't win, but they start to be able to start pushing him back. And then right as it seems like, holy shit, the heroes are winning. They're pushing back Kylo Ren. That's when the world starts to crack open. That's when everything goes to shit. And rather than it being Kylo Ren is saved by the world cracking open against just fucking Rey, have it be that Kylo Ren and Rey are separated from everyone else. Kylo Ren realizes this, subdues Rey, drags her off. The other 2, they aren't able to get to her because the world has started to break open. They're going to die if they don't get to their ship out. So End of it, it is a Pyrrhic victory. They've destroyed Starkiller Base, but
they lost
they
Ray.
Lost Ray. But they also have it so that they got the information that they need in order to find Luke. So now you have the next movie. And it's rather than Ray being on the good side, Ray is captured. And everyone's trying to find ways of getting her back. They are able to bring Luke back in, have it be what people were kind of hoping when they first saw Finn's character, have it be where Finn ends up having Force abilities, and have Finn get trained by Luke, and then have it so that Rey, by the end of the movie, when they go to try to save her, they find out she's gone fucking dark side. So you have that holy shit moment in the middle of, or in the end of the second movie, where this ridiculously powerful, ridiculously skilled character that people liked, and I'm not saying the audience liked, but the characters for some reason liked her, has just turned evil, and they know that she's turned evil, and now it's up to her friends. It's up to the people that she started out the story with to beat her in the third movie. That's the way it should have been. It should have been, if you're going to have her be this ridiculously powerful character, which I would have still said better not to have her be a ridiculously powerful character, but if you wanted her to be a ridiculously powerful character, then you do it by making her go evil. Because an evil, ridiculously powerful character raises the stakes. A ridiculously powerful, good character lowers the stakes.
Again, I say that one, and I wanted that you could explore that dyad thing. I think there was some fertile territory there, honestly.
I didn't like the dyad very much.
No, hear me out. I think there was some fertile territory for some exploration there, and I don't think it should have been. I think it should have been connected, not by random arbitrary chance, but by okay, we're on the same side. It's sort of like battle meditation. You know how Bachelor Shion with the best battle meditation ever, and she kind of pioneered the fucking ability, and she could do that like easier than everybody. Like some Force users had a better. There were unique abilities, and there were some people that were just better at using certain abilities. Yep. It's rare that two dyads, especially on opposing sides, form, but they do. And have that, it should have been Finn and Rey and Phasma and fucking Kylo. And it should have been Phasma and Kylo have learned how to work together. And that's why they beat Rey and Finn, who can't really do anything. And then they go off the train with either Luke. Maybe have that they both go off the train with someone else. He goes to train with Luke. She goes with Leia. And Leia and them are saying, trying to teaching them different abilities. And eventually they have to learn how to work together. And the reason why
I would still prefer either, if they're going to keep it where she's ridiculously powerful.
Make her ridiculously powerful.
Get rid of the dyad stuff and make her go evil. If they aren't going to have her be ridiculously powerful, then they just need to work on better storytelling in general. Because the rest of the trilogy was also absolute shit. That you just need to scrap it and start over, effectively. You could save it when you're looking at just the first movie. Once you hit the second movie, it's done so much fucking damage that there's really no saving.
Disney had pre-made, ready to go stories, and what pisses me off even more, Thrawn is an extended universe creation. So essentially, you borrow Thrawn and some other elements from the extended universe, like the Night Sisters and all that shit, but you won't take the pre-made stories. All you had to do is give the people, pay the royalties. All right, we'll pay you X amount for the usage of the story. Even give it a brand new edition. Slap a new coat of paint on the cover. Oh, it's a re-release. There you go. You got more money from the fans. You keep the storylines intact. Because again, I wanted to see Leia fight a Hutt. She fights a guy named Bellerophon. It is this Hutt Jedi or Gray Jedi, and they're fucking fighting. They're dueling, in like this small ass room, and he's keeping up with her because he's using the Force to keep his muscles moving at peak condition. It is fucking amazing to read, and I would have loved to seen that in play. I also would have loved to seen Lobach.
Yeah, the only Hutt Jedi that then goes Sith.
Yeah, I would love to see
That
like Lobach.
He was.
I would like to see like Lobach and Kyle Katarn. I would love to see Grandmaster Luke being the Grandmaster and his new Jedi Order. I would love to see like the Night Sister events. I would love to see Luke dealing with Thrawn. I would love to see Mara Jade. I would love to see Shatterpoint. I would have loved to see all of that shit. Again, pre-made stories, ready to go. All you need to do is pay these guys these royalties. Maybe rewrite some contracts. Hey, maybe you could produce another 3 books to make a trilogy out of this one book you did. Hey, you Disney could have printed money. They killed the golden goose. They literally did. They made it lay shitty eggs, and then they decided, well, these eggs are shit. It's better for the meat. Again, you fucked up a cash cow. Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Magic Gathering, D&D. Print money. Money printer go burr when you mention those. Now, money printer go.
Hey, speaking of Doctor Who, did you see that cartoon character they introduced?
Nope, I'm not. I refuse to watch it. I haven't watched anything since after Clara, Mr. Pink, and they turned the Master to Missy. Everything after that, I said fuck it. I got tired of it. It just became annoying.
I have not. Want to explain what you mean by the cartoon?
It looks like a Fletcher cartoon.
Fletcher?
No, Fletcher.
No, Fletcher. Old school artist.
So it's called Fletcher. All right. Stand corrected.
And it looks goofy. I don't know.
See, the problem again that the problem with they got with Doctor Who is the people writing it think they know. All right, Russell T Davies saved Doctor Who when he first came when he did the Eccleston run, and then
the 9th and 10th.
Yeah, 9th and 10th, and then Moffat took over, and Moffat was doing a good job, and then from Moffat it was fucking
come on. Oh, sorry.
It was Russell T Davies, then Moffat, and then I forget the guy in the middle. Then Chibnall got it, and that's when we got fucking the female Doctor. I think it was Chibnall State.
And the thing that is so frustrating about that was they decided to make the Doctor female. You already had strong female characters throughout the entire fucking show run because you had the companions, and most of the companions were female, and most of the companions were the best characters in the fucking show.
Yeah, everybody's in showrunner. All right, you're right. All right, so it's only been Russell T Davies, Stephen Moffat, and Chris Chibnall. The first Moffat one was from 05 to 10, and then from there, Stephen Moffat took over from 10 to 17, and then 18 to 22 was Chin Balls. Fuck Chin Balls.
What the fuck is a chin ball?
His name is Chibnall. Chin Balls.
His name is Chimbo, and he is Dimbo. Wait, what?
But again, I would know what I proposed this Monday night, and I stand by it. Know what they should have done? They should have had. Hold on. They should have had a regeneration cycle. They should have had. You see the Doctor regenerating, and then all of a sudden something happens. Like as he's doing the whole big exploding thing, the entire TARDIS changes. Like big exploding thing, entire TARDIS changes, and then he regenerates it. You think it's him regenerated into Jodie Whittaker, and you come to find. Hold on, hear me out. You come to find out, that he's suffering from some sort of post regeneration psychosis, and things aren't quite aligning with established lore. Like just small things that don't make sense given who the character is, and then you come to find out it's not the Doctor. Because you at the end of like the season, you run into the actual fucking Doctor, and he goes, "Holy shit!" Then who even found? And the Doctor instantly goes, "Romana." Instantly brings back Romana.
Yeah,
there you go. Mm-hmm.
There were a bunch of ways that you could have had it, where you had a female character, because again, most of the companions were female. Yes. The companions were fantastic. People loved the companions.
Bring back Romana. I want Romana to come back.
Yep. You had other characters that would be reoccurring characters that would pop in and out, and they would be there. You could have made one of them a more important character throughout a series, and it would have worked. They went for the one option that didn't fucking work.
And the fact that they keep going after this same... It's like, look, this side of the city is heavily guarded. Let's attack it. It didn't work. Oh, shit. You know what? Our next plan of attack? Let's strike that same side of the wall that failed.
Well, you've seen Blackadder, right?
Yes.
Have you seen Blackadder the Fourth?
Yes.
You know what? I've played Revenge of Death Adder. So it might be a brother of Adder, maybe a cousin.
No, it's not.
Oh. But it was pretty good. I liked it.
So, in Blackadder the Fourth, at one point, Blackadder's given the task of scouting out the enemy lines.
Mm-hmm.
And he tries to go scout the enemy lines, almost ends up dead, realizes, wait, I can send them back fucking anything, and they aren't coming out here to check. So he just bullshits an insane defensive position for the Germans. Sends it back to High Command, and High Command calls him in, confirms that, well, you saw that they had 175 elephants at this position? Well, yes. And they had 42 pillboxes within this small region? Yes. And you're sure of all of this? Well, it might have been a couple more pillboxes and a couple fewer elephants, or the other way around, but yeah, more or less. And the general's assistant is going, okay, so then we know what we need to do. And Blackadder's agreeing, going, yes, of course, we need to go attack at a different position because this position is far too strong to lead an attack on. And the general cuts in and he goes, no! If we attack at where our line is the weakest and their line is the strongest, then Fritz will think that we have terrible intel, which will set us up to really give Fritz the good old what for the next time.
Oh, God.
And it reminds me of that.
It's stupid all the way around. Look. I wouldn't have minded a black doctor. Hear me out. If it was like Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Idris Elba is no, I wouldn't mind a African doctor if it was Idris Elba. Idris Elba is a British man. It is his homeland, and he has a connection to the character. Mm-hmm. And it would be Idris Elba playing Doctor Who instead of Shooty Gatwa playing Crying Man. In every fucking episode, Shooty Gatwa cries. There is not an episode, and then he doesn't save the day. He is constantly being saved by women.
Mm-hmm.
And then the storylines make no fucking sense. The not the latest campaign, but the campaign before her, Ruby Sunday, or whatever the hell they called her. Okay, out of she encounters this drag queen marionette demigod god thing that, oh, I'm gonna eat your soul. I'm gonna eat your music. Why can't I eat your music? Why the fuck is it snowing in a building? You're doing this, and then he dies, and then the god of death comes out. He kills everything everywhere except for the doctor and her. Why can't I kill her? What is special about her? And then you come to find out there's fucking nothing special about her. Okay, so you're telling me a god of death that can kill everything in all of existence except for one person can't kill a mere human.
Mm-hmm.
Make that shit make sense. Oh no, she's not special. It was just because. What the fuck? You set this up. You set up this mystery. You give her these magical powers. You give her these amazing abilities and these random fucking phenomenon that makes no fucking sense in the context of being human. And then out of nowhere, you pull an ass pull. Oh, she's nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
So either the gods are incredibly weak and aren't as powerful as you make them out to be, or you're a shit writer. And I'm more inclined to believe the latter.
Yeah, it goes back to what I've said is the cardinal sin of writing, which is when you have to change a character's character, change their abilities, change who this person is, in order to tell the story that you want to tell.
As bald chin versus action, book it.
It's infuriating, though, because that always kills a story for me. You establish that a character has a power. If they at some point don't have that power, you need to fucking justify why they don't have that power.
I got one better for you, Sanguine. So if you're gonna do this, you're gonna take, say, Doctor Who. You can instantly justify any changes in his personality with one word: regeneration psychosis. We haven't seen that shit in forever. The only one to actually go through regeneration psychosis was Sick. Well, wait a minute, let me make sure I'm getting the right one. Because it's hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, 6. 6 had random bouts of fucking insanity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he would just fucking fly off the fucking handle for no apparent reason other than the fact that he was angry. So have that be Shooty Gatwa's character. Oh yeah, me being emotionally and crying a lot, regeneration psychosis.
Mm-hmm.
Next regeneration will probably, and it would fit because he has a brand new set of regenerations. So he's getting his insane one out early.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
But yeah, don't deviate from the characters that you establish. Don't change their traits in order to make your story happen. Because if you need to change their traits in order to make your story happen, your story's shit. There's no other way around it. Your story's shit. And yes, Blackadder was Rowan Atkinson.
Excellent. I think I liked him better in the third when he was in the Elizabethan court. No, that was
I enjoyed all the Blackadders.
I enjoyed all the Black, and the third one is when he was the butler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn it, dude! I didn't know you fucking.
Well, you shared.
Mainstayed well, yeah, it was. But then all of a sudden, the Steak and Shake beef tallowed
started calling to you.
Well, yeah, I'm like indulging in this delicious Steak and Shake burger.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is that?
But yeah, all the Blackadders are absolute gold. I still absolutely love Brian Blessed from
Are You Retarded?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Brian Blessed has one of the best voices ever.
I still love him as Gurney Gunderson.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh shit! Okay. Look at that old style fucking Irish. No.
Oh, camping gear. Yep. Well, not camping. Golfing gear.
Yeah, classic golfing gear.
But yeah, the thing that I still feel sorry for Brian Blessed, but I also find somewhat fucking hilarious is how many times he has had just absolutely rotten luck for climbing Mount Everest, but it has saved someone else, him having rotten luck.
Yeah, he will never. I doubt he'd be able to climb that fucking mountain at any point in his life anymore.
He's saved what, 4 different people when he's tried to climb it?
Mm-hmm. Isn't he like in his 70s?
Mm-hmm. Dude's getting old.
Yeah, he's 88.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Are you retarded? Sorry, I just love him in that when he said that line.
Last I saw of him, though, he's still just an absolute fucking unit.
Hell yeah,
dude! 88.
Guy's built like a fucking mini. You're a tall dwarf, and he's an ogre.
Mm-hmm. He's still just huge, and he's dressed up as some of the weirdest shit throughout his career.
Yes. Again, the man's a fucking ogre.
Voltan from fucking Flash.
Voltan.
Flash. Ah!
Yep.
Savior of the universe.
Do you guys remember what he looked like as Voltan?
Yes. He has the wings. Fly,
yep.
my husband.
He had wings and feathered booty shorts.
Yes.
Come on, man! It was a salary time. Yeah, booty shorts. Who did? I still have booty shorts. I'll wear them.
Wait a minute. I want to hold on. Show this.
We're going to click to this, and then I'll click back to you, Adam. Because I need to remove you from stage, and then I need to add... Yes.
I want that helmet.
Maybe, let me see if I can find a better one. The sucky part is like it can't get him to zoom in very well.
Just the helmet? You aren't going for the full attire?
This one's saying, yeah. Built like a fucking iron giant. He is.
like I said, last I saw, even in his age, he's an absolute unit.
Still though, huh?
Last I saw, yeah, he's still just huge.
Yeah. God damn it.
But do you have feathered booty shorts, Rotten?
I don't want to know why Rodden has booty shoot.
Hold
Rodden
on,
has booty
feathered. You know, that's just kind of a Native American thing, isn't it? I didn't know
Feathered
Rotten
booty
was a
shorts?
Native American.
I wish Camel or Johnny was here.
Oh, Johnny Hellcat.
Yeah, having them react to feathered booty shorts. That's a Native
How
American.
dare you ask me? How dare you ask me about our sacred booty shorts?
Come on now. You know what he would respond.
He would say, absolutely. They're in
Yep.
my closet.
He'd be like, "You owe me money."
Those booty shorts are not just for booty. Dun, dun, dun. God damn it.
How else do we attract people to the casinos?
Yeah, and the house wins.
Flash. Oh! Savior
And that's
of
the sound that
universe.
plays every time the house wins.
Win. Ah! You lost all your money. Gamble. Ah! You can't beat Indian casino.
Flash is such a gloriously what the fuck is going on movie. I love it.
Well, I'm still trying to. This is. I will never understand what possessed Ming the Merciless to do what he did.
Yeah.
Gordon.
I mean, it doesn't make sense, man. You know, when you think about it, just kind of, it's out there, you know?
I really miss when bad movies were still good.
Good bad movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's an example?
Flash Gordon's not a good movie.
It's not a bad movie, but it's not a good one either.
It is a good bad movie.
It's this movie called Miami Connection.
Yep.
It is a terrible movie by every fucking metric. It is the Room 2 with Taekwondo, essentially. And it's it had some of the most hilarious lines ever.
It was a vanity project by like a 40-something-year-old man who then played the part of a 20-something college student, couldn't speak a goddamn word of English, it seemed.
And he fucking couldn't play the guitar.
Yep.
Oh shit! So on Never Watch Alone, we watch. It's called Revenge of the Sandman, right? And this is clearly what we believed happened. That the band financed some of the movie, so they can get like an extended music video, and they can be featured prominently. And I honestly think that's what it was. Dragon Sound financed some of the YK Kim's movie, so they could be featured prominently. That's the only explanation I have for what it was. Only thing that makes fucking sense to me.
They also were pre-cognizant the entire goddamn movie for some reason.
Yeah.
Before you see a single fucking ninja in the movie, their song, Fight the Ninja, comes on.
Against the ninja. We all try to win
Come
against
on.
the ninja.
They're just trying to get you ready for what's coming on.
But
it is
against the ninja. Are you not against the ninja?
It is an
Well,
absolutely
okay.
glorious
There's
movie.
2 different kinds of ninja. There's the Foot Clan that you wouldn't even know they were there. Actual good ninja. And then there's the goofy, cartoon ninja.
Again, that's why you against the ninja.
Well, no, the rule is that you have the inverse law of ninjas. The more ninjas that are on screen at the same time,
Oh.
the lower the quality of ninja.
Yes.
If there's only one ninja, that ninja's amazing. If there's 50, all of them suck.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. And they don't even ninja properly?
Yep.
Yeah. You're not getting your money's worth on that one.
Yeah. Only ever hire one ninja, because if you hire more, the quality of your ninja is going to fall exponentially. It's the inverse law of ninjas.
Yeah. Can I give a slight review on the beef tallow French fries?
Sure.
They taste pretty good.
Yeah. Beef tallow fries are delicious.
I need to try it.
Yes, Ninja Assassin is another good bad movie.
Ooh.
Damn it,
Ninjas.
what's the movie where it was the it wasn't a chimpanzee, it was a what was he? He wasn't a chimpanzee, I remember that. Baboon. The Baboon Spy movie.
What?
What?
A baboon spy?
Let me quickly check what the movie
No,
is.
that's not real. A chimpanzee. You might have been able to get something somewhere.
No,
but
there's one that I want to say it's a baboon.
Mm-hmm.
But the Order of the Black Eagle. That's what it is.
okay, wait, hold on. How do you go from black eagle to baboon?
Let me quickly double check that this is the right one.
Oh,
I think
sweet
that's
lord.
the right one. But there's... Or is it Order of the Ready? No, that's not the right one. Movie where stunt man was run over. Because there's... Oh, it's Unmasking the Idol. Let me quickly check if that's the right one. There's this one. Yeah, it's Unmasking the Idol. So in Unmasking the Idol, it is a spy ninja movie. It is really fucking weird. Where the main character is meant to be a very James Bond-esque character.
Mm-hmm.
His partner, though, as a spy, is a baboon. And
hold on, what year did this come out?
let me figure out what year.
Because I'm sitting here next to this random bunny gas chamber lady. The fuck? Nintendo.
Again.
So
you know what?
Unmasking the Idol is from 1986.
Okay.
Oh, good God, the fucking cover of this fucking
1986?
1986, yep.
There's a movie called The Nine Deaths of the Ninja. And I can't wait to watch it with my friends. It's fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
It let me see if I can find a picture. Just to show you Blackie, damn it. Not Blackie, damn it.
Oh yeah, if you can find a movie poster, I like that.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to find a good one for Unmasking the Idol because it is. There we go. This one's a good one. I'm gonna show you guys this one. And Chrome tab. There we go. This is one of the posters for Unmasking the Idol.
I have to look at it. Let me see if I can. So
yeah,
this is
it is a baboon with a gun.
Hold on. This is 9 Deaths of a Ninja, and
before I click over to that, look at the Unmasking the Idol baboon with a gun. By the way, that baboon also gets a tank.
What the fuck? Right. So you see this guy right here in the middle? That's Albie the Cruel, and he's a German former Nazi, and he's in a wheelchair. This lady right here is General Honey Hump.
Why is her skirt so short?
I don't ask. You're asking too many questions.
I think those are shorts.
They're booty shorts.
Yep, I thought so.
I just want to just show you the hair on this woman. The I don't know what they who thought this. God damn it! It wouldn't show. Let me see.
I'm assuming the dark blob in between her and the next woman's face is all hair off the side of her head.
Yes, it is. But I got the in order to fuck it, I'll show you this one. In order to absorb, you have to see this. See her hair? That is a lot of fucking hair.
That is a safety device.
she has built her own flotation device.
Yeah, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. Oh, it gets better. Let me hold on. Let me stop sharing. So it's another movie called Death Machines, and the Asian woman in this. All right, so I watched this guy called Brandon Tennell, and he does old movies. Mm-hmm. You know, just old fucking movies, and some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are ridiculously stupid. And this one is insanely stupid. Hey man, let me see if I can find a picture of the woman.
We'll share Adam's screen as we wait.
Here it is. Let me see. Hold on, let me go back. Nope.
Pop this.
Again, that's her hair.
That's a lot of hair.
Hey man, this. She has more hair than head.
That she absolutely does.
Oh god, it is just insane. And this is like an old 70s, 80s movie. You know what I was thinking? That movie is fucking old. Yeah, 76.
Unmasking the Idol, and then it either has a movie that preceded it or was a sequel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely fucking insane. Highly recommend. Also, at one point, you get to watch a stuntman's face get run over by an ATV.
Mm.
It was an accident, but his face was absolutely run over by an ATV. And there's a interview ages ago with the guy whose face got run over by an ATV. And he's talking about it. And it's like, my face was run over by a 220-pound man on an ATV. What did that feel like? It hurt!
Yeah, what did it feel like indeed?
And it was just him talking about the recovery process of it, which was absolutely horrific. And the reason why it happened was they had done a dry run of the scene several times, but they didn't have the gun mounted to the ATV. When they had the gun mounted to the ATV, it changed the turn radius of the ATV.
Okay.
Causing it to go right over his face.
Oof.
And the guy realized what had happened and had tried to get off the guy's head a little bit quicker and did the absolute worst thing. He hit the gas.
Ooh.
So the stuntman in the interview is explaining what it felt like for a dude to do a burnout on his face.
Mm.
Wait, on his face?
Yep. Like I said, it was the stuntman. The stuntman had a
The stunt mad.
Yeah, he was mad after. The stuntman had a dude on an ATV run over his face.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah. It's an absolutely ridiculous movie that is hilarious. I recommend it, but at some point in either that movie or the other one in the series, Stuntman's face was run over by an ATV. And you can very
got run over by ATV.
Yeah, you can very clearly tell exactly when the ATV runs over his face.
Coming back from our house Christmas Eve.
That was, of course, the shot that they used for the actual movie.
All right, I got to see exactly. Hopefully, what was I looking at? Hey, Sanguine, have you played Baldur's Gate 3?
A bit. I need to play more, and I need to finish it out, of course. But I played a bit of it.
They recently come out with their final update and whatnot. I'm slightly pissed at it.
Why is that?
Because they still haven't added the Artificer class, and that's an official D&D class. And I have a burning desire to play a human noblewoman artificer that's evil as fuck and is no taller than a halfling.
Nice.
It's because she's so fucking small. She has the Napoleon complex and she's fucking evil.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't because they don't have the fucking class, and she has to be an artificer.
Did they increase the level cap?
I don't believe.
Because I know that they were saying at some point they want to increase the level cap, but they realized that the technology that we currently have available, or the tech that they had available when they first released the game, and what they could figure out how to do with that tech, wouldn't allow them to actually build in higher level spells. So they're trying to come up with a way of actually making it so that they could get higher level spells that would work as higher level spells are supposed to. But that was their sticking point. That was the reason why it cut off at, like, what was it, level 14?
Yeah, I want to see. I think that out. Let's see. BG. Level cap.
Because, yeah, they're able to figure out up to, I think, 6th level spells. And they're having trouble with 7th, 8th, and 9th. So they cut it off early.
I mean, but that's when when you enter fucking God mode in Magic. So I can see why.
But why would they try and nerf that area of the game?
Because when you start getting like six, anything above fifth, you start warping reality.
Oh,
Yeah,
Like-
it becomes spells are able to break a world.
Yeah, like a wizard. Literally, wizards become like the most. At low levels, fighters and martial classes are pretty tough and great. High levels, fucking wizards rule. Mages in general rule. You get shit like ninth level spells where you can make wishes and shit. You can ask gods themselves for information with like legend lore. It gets ridiculous. You can summon any damn near dragon to fucking fight on your behalf, and that's low level six. That's low six level. I'm talking about ninth level shit when greater demons are fucking at your beck and call.
holy shit!
Yeah, in
What the fuck? Are you serious?
D&D, 8th and 9th level spells get absolutely ridiculous.
Like there is a in theory, there's only a single 10th level spell, and that is the spell of unmaking. It literally unravels the universe. You unravel reality. You just unravel it. Because you by like I think 8th level you can create a demi plane, and then at 9th you can just fucking create a plane.
Yeah, you can effectively become a
fucking
god.
kidding me? Fuck.
Yeah, wizards get OP after they get like their first 6th level spell. Like it becomes protect the wizard.
Yep.
And not even that, if your wizard specs properly, like with blink and warp and shit, it's not even protect the wizard. Wizard handle this shit. I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can understand why they didn't give you those types of spells. Because you have to bounce the game around them having those higher level spells.
Yep, and that was
Yeah.
what they were saying. They can't figure out how to do that with the current tech yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that was a big goal for them, was at some point they want to be able to do that. But with the current limitations, they aren't able to yet.
Again, I wouldn't want them to give us max level anything above 15 to begin with. Because that's when you get 15th level is when you get your last class ability. So anything above that is just ridiculous at that point. And most class abilities you start ignoring flaws like paladins don't even have to worry about diseases and poison and shit because they're just fucking immune.
Yep.
You know, you can't, you don't turn undead anymore. You eviscerate undead. Mm.
But it's also really fun when you actually get a game that allows you to go to that level. It's just so fucking hard to make a game that would function with that.
Pathfinder gave you high level spells, but they had a great premise and balancing act for that, because in Wrath of the Righteous, you essentially do become a god because you're fighting other gods.
Yep.
Like it's a big difference between fighting a world, an evil organization trying to take over the world. When you're fighting the gods, or creatures that claim to be gods or demigods and shit like that, you need higher level shit. You need to be able to drop a whole fucking planet on a single character.
Yep. But
And again,
I think they limited the number, or they limited the selection of spells in order to make it work.
Yeah, but you still got like your mythic levels, and that's essentially again God mode, because again you spec it right. You just start casting spells. Oh, I treat level 3 spells like cantrips.
Yep. But yeah, there's a lot of things that they did in order to try to balance it, and some of that was restricting what the spellcasters could actually do.
Well, and that's another thing. They gave you a wealth of classes, so you didn't have to just go spellcaster to be effective. You can. I think I played with Vivisectionist. I loved it. You know, monks were fucking powerful. You know, or you had the Inquisitors who were like just shutting down magic users left and right. So again, it balanced it.
I found the game I was trying to remember the name of earlier.
What?
It's In Sound Mind.
Oh, I have that game. Oh shit. That game is ridiculously insane and ridiculously fucking hard.
Yeah, like I said.
Where are you able to play In Sound Mind?
You're
Steam.
able to get it on Steam.
Adam, imagine this game where you're trying to help your patients, but it's another Eldritch horror game. Essentially, it's not Cthulhu-esque. Like you're not fighting an Eldritch being, you're more fighting yourself. Because I believe that's what the big bad turns out to be. It's just you fucking with you because you can help your patients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the way that it plays out, at least as far as I've gotten, it is very much either I'm dealing with an eldritch being, or I'm going completely fucking insane, and there's no way to differentiate between the two.
No, I honestly think it's you fucking with everything that's happening. You when you listen to his notes about certain characters, he couldn't help these people. He couldn't help them get over their issues, and he couldn't help them fix them. And this liquid shit is bringing all that out. And I do believe the guy fucking with you, attacking you and popping up random places is just you. It's your subconscious telling you you're not good enough, and it's manifested in that character. You know that's who you're fighting. You're not fighting this eldritch god, but situations make it seem like you are, but you're not.
Like I said,
you gotta keep running.
At the point where I am, it's definitely in that you're either going completely fucking insane or it's an eldritch being.
Fair enough.
And you can't tell, at least at the point where I am. It's very much everything's just fucking wrong about this.
I think I stopped playing. I was at the light. No, I beat the lighthouse. I had just beat the lighthouse. I had beat the woman in the supermarket. I fucking hated that one. That one was ridiculous and hard. And I fucking hated it.
That one's an absolute bitch.
Lighthouse was pretty much okay after you figure out what you got to do. It was one in a camp. No, the one in the fucking construction zone, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
That one was okay after you figure out what the fuck you got to do. And you really can't shoot motherfuckers. Like, there's no weapons in this game, essentially. Like, yeah.
Finally.
It's a fun
game. Holy shit.
It's creepy as fuck, and it's a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what other game I was pissed at? I felt gypped when I bought it and when I got it. Now I will admit it's a erotic game, but I still felt gypped. It's called Lust of Madness, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Let me look it up really quickly. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. So how's your bowling league going, Adam?
Finally have a basic
Lust from Beyond. Nope. It's called Lust from Beyond. And it marketed itself as this eldritch Lovecraftian horror thing, and it fucking sucks. Mm-hmm. I need to go through and play Pathology. I need to play that. I need to play and beat that series for my Lovecraftian kit. Remnant from Ash, the first one was good. The second one is meh. I have Scorn, but I never played Scorn. What's another one? Oh, you might like this one. It's a cheap puzzle game. It's called the Serena Expedition.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. You might like it. It's short as hell. It's a puzzle game. There's no violence in it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You might like the Tara Oakheart too. That's a good one.
What's that one about?
So you play this. You play this clown, this guy, and he's being taken over by this mask that you find out is connected to this eldritch abomination, and they kill him in the beginning, and then he comes back from the dead. You know, because again, he's being taken over by an eldritch abomination who wants him to feed him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the people you kill are being tossed into the maw of this great thing, and you can't die because you're his source of food. And like the one woman that got away that turned you in and killed you, your human body.
Your human body.
Well, yeah, because again, she becomes at the end of the game. She becomes the new herald of whatever this creature is. Yeah, it's a wild one. Whispers of the Isles is pretty good.
All of a sudden, your human body becomes the Terminator.
Whispers of the Isles is a good one. Worship of Cthulhu is all right. Have you played Zafon?
Stufan.
Have you played Zafon?
I have not.
No.
All right, so Zafon is essentially. Have you played Warhammer Gladius?
I haven't. I don't think I've played it yet, though.
The same people that made Warhammer Gladius made Zafon. They is essentially without all the IP stuff. They made their own game in that same vein, or not
Okay.
but they made their own IP.
Hold on. Is it like shit? I should go bug quiz, but he's sick. It's like Extraction.
No,
I think that's what it's called.
No, Gladius is a different Warhammer game.
Yeah.
Gladius is essentially a turn-based strategy game where you're trying to take over the map. Essentially, you're trying to take over the planet Gladius from every other faction, including some of your allies in game in lore. And Zafon is that these eldritch things came to our world and like ruined it. Like they just destroyed our planet, and everyone is a survivor of that event. So you got a faction of literally undead people that refuses to fucking die, undead soldiers.
Wait, and they refuse to die?
Yeah, they refuse to die.
So does that mean that they just become zombies, or?
No, they're not necessarily zombies. They don't want to eat you. They just refuse to fucking die. Like whatever. Like so again, all the Eldritch Abomination shit is real now. Like world is
fucking one pin.
The planet's fucked. You got different religions turn out to be true. Different religions turn out to be wrong, and you got this group of dead people that literally their whole shtick is they don't want to die. Like whatever happened, they just don't want to go on yet. They like, nope, I'm not dying. So they all congregate into like this one faction, and You got the techno faction that's trying to outscience the world. So they're trying to outscience the apocalypse. It is stupid and fun. It's another game that scratches the heart. I was severely disappointed in Monstrum 2. I was hoping for it to be like Monstrum 1, but it turned out to be a fucking multiplayer game. Yeah, I didn't like that. Oh, it's no longer being sold on Steam.
Oh, jeez.
Monstrum 1 is still there, but not 2. That's weird. I need to go and play Obscura too. That was
fun. Come on.
What? What the hell are you doing?
Just one pin. Oh.
All right, let's sound the horn. Let's call the horn of Gondor.
Ah, yes. Let's sound the horn of Gondor. Okay, so I'm now able to look at the chat here as I'm sitting on the couch. How's it going, Daniel Price? Rotten Corpse. Next 6 minutes. How are you all doing this evening?
We're doing good. Have you heard about the newest Carmelo Anthony shit?
Carmelo
Anthony?
No.
Apparently they gave a press conference, his attorneys, and they fucked up.
Hold on, you talking about the Texas stabbing person? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. I forget that, I'm not doing video game stuff. Yes. How crazy is that? What's your perspective on that? All right. So I heard there was a video of the actual incident.
Yeah.
That is not being leaked. I don't know why it's not being leaked.
Because I'm pretty sure it paints a picture that the one party doesn't want to be seen. And I'm more than likely believe it's the kids, the Carmelo Anthony's family that doesn't want it to be seen. But that's just me. I could be wrong.
To be honest, the incident aside, the carnival around it is not making anything better.
It really isn't.
Like, the amount of people who are making it a spectacle. You're not helping the case.
Yeah, you aren't.
But then again, they're able to, speak their minds, and
I mean, that's all they can do is speak their minds. But again, it's more of a yeah.
Oh. No, yeah, I mean, because eventually it's going to go down to they're going to go to a jury trial, look at the evidence, and see what's going on. And, people aren't going to be able to have their narratives. So,
Mm-hmm. I mean, and look, what's the word I'm looking for?
what do you think about them kicking out the father of the murdered son?
They should have never did that.
Bad look.
Yeah, that was a massively bad look. That no matter how you dissect that was a fucked up thing to do.
Honestly, it would have been a lot better if they were like, hey, he forgave the kid, and we're going to have him here to be part of it. That would have been a statement. But instead, oof.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Instead of trying to make it seem like, hey, let's call for unity and let the court system play out. Yeah,
dude, and mainly because the father was like, yeah, I don't want anything bad to happen to this person.
Mm-hmm.
Before any of the trial happens. So for them to double down on, yeah, he shouldn't be here. It's bad luck.
But you got people that don't care. Like they can't see what. And in the end, it's going to fuck them over.
Yeah.
And they got nobody to blame but themselves.
Nobody to blame but themselves. It kind of is where it goes into it, isn't it?
Yeah. God damn it.
Shit. It's okay. I'm no golfer.
But yeah.
Oh well, and all we can do is pray. Well, not pray, but you know what I mean.
Well, you want to talk about news stories? I mean, shit. Did we talk about the Florida State University shootout? I mean,
yeah.
There was that. There was the former Maryland police chief getting questioned in the House about the safety of Baltimore, and him first saying that he believed Baltimore was a safe city, then after being presented with Baltimore crime data, said, well, if people think it's safe, then they'll feel safer.
Wait, it
was the former Baltimore police chief's position that first, Baltimore was a safe city. When he was presented with the homicide rate, the and various other crime rates within Baltimore versus the national standard. He was forced to admit that, yes, the Baltimore stat was higher in the various crimes, but it's all perception. People just don't feel safe. And when he was stopped while trying to say that, and it was pointed out, we're talking the verified rates, not what people feel. So what exactly do you mean that? He reverted to, well, it's safe enough for my family. My family's safe.
Oh, for his family.
Yeah. It was absolute insanity. Dude just wouldn't answer the fucking question. And, well, he would answer the question, but he wouldn't answer the question honestly. And he was getting upset that Baltimore was being called a dangerous city.
Again, it can be.
It has over 5 times the homicide rate of the US.
Fine, you're right. It is. Okay, you got me there.
But yeah, it was rather funny because the politician just had this look of, ooh, I got something, when the dude started waffling.
No one liked the waffler.
Dude, waffles though. I mean, let's be honest.
Waffles
You had
are
a good
superior to
waffles
pancakes.
with like strawberries, a little bit of butter, and some whipped
Waffles
cream.
are superior to pancakes.
Yes, and definitely superior to what are those French creepies?
Crepes.
Great. Those are good not as a full meal, but as like a snack while you're walking around. Crepe and blini, those are delicious.
Shit.
And they're perfect for handmade walking around food. Or handheld walking around food, rather.
God damn it, this is a lot of people. Oh, I can still do it. So I'm pulling all together here. Sorry, I'm playing Baldur's Gate.
Nice.
And I'm trying to defend the Grove.
Defend that grove.
But yeah, it's just strange the shit that people are saying about things that are going on and their denial of crime rates. And a bunch of people are trying to make hay over the fact that the Florida University shooter is absolute nutter.
Are you fucking
that's
kidding
on
me?
The right.
Sorry.
Guessing it was the golf and not what I was saying.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think it was what you were saying. Simon. I like to believe that Adam's a racist.
Adam, yes, Adam is a racist.
See, it didn't need to confirm. I already knew, but still.
Don't you want to go to your home? Shit.
But yeah, bunch of people trying to make hay out of that when the response that people are having is, yeah, they're insane. They were fucked up. Mental health is a massive issue. It's something that we need to address.
Mm-hmm.
And people are going, but he was on the right. Yeah, this time he was. But he was also fucking mental.
Being on the right doesn't stop you from being insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every group has their crazies.
Yep. And the shit that he was into, it isn't like that's mainline Republican policies. No, it's the stuff that mainline Republicans are going, oh, that's fucking strange.
Yeah.
That's not healthy to believe. And they're trying to treat it like, see, Republicans are causing death, and it's no, that isn't mainline Republican shit.
Again, I'm pretty sure they just want to call to bitch and call everyone a Yahtzee.
Yep.
Yes.
And it is infuriating how effective the ways of making it so that people don't know what terms mean anymore have been.
Yeah,
because this
kind of
Nazism
right?
had nothing to do with a collectivized economy when it had everything to do with a collectivized economy. It had nothing to do with this. It had a lot to do with, and it's people will say that Nazism did shit that Nazism by definition didn't do. Like Nazism was really in favor of capitalism. No, it wasn't. It was a direct refutation, according to them, of it.
Mm-hmm.
But so many people have bought into the bullshit from the Soviet Union of communism was the complete opposite of Nazis. It was antithetical to Nazism. When it wasn't antithetical, they started out the war allied.
Again, that it is a selective rewriting of history.
Yep.
Like they're trying to fit this narrative, this very thin mold.
And like I said, it is worrying how effective that rewrite has been.
Yeah.
Because when you start saying that Nazism was not a collectivist economy,
Mm-hmm.
that is just denying the facts. And the justification for the Holocaust was built in to their economic model. So in a weird way, if you're saying that they didn't believe what they did when it came to their economic policy, which used the same justification as why they began the Holocaust, in a weird way, you're kind of denying the rationale that they use behind the Holocaust as well, which is fucked as shit.
Yeah, that kind of puts you in a peculiar position, for sure. I mean,
Say again, you came in a bit garbled for me.
You're on an off stance. Oh shit.
It's infuriating because when it's all built into the same ideology, and we should all be able to recognize what that ideology means when people are trying to change what that ideology is in order to just smear people that they don't like, that's fucked up. Yep. And it waters down what the actual thing that we should be trying to keep concrete enough that everyone can go, yep, that is terrible. It's warping that. It's making it so that people don't know what it is. They don't know what they're supposed to be looking out for. Like there's
everything's a Nazi, then nothing's the Nazis. Yeah.
It allows them to advocate for shit that the Nazis actually advocated for, and not realize that that's a problem.
Okay, I'm losing this fight. I can't win this one.
But it sounds like we're all kind of winding down. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, I gotta get to bed soon.
Well,
So-
you have been running a show for about 2 hours now, so.
Yep. So shall we go around the horn for parting words?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Passionate about Sanguine devour him, don't let Sanguine devour you.
You have no choice in the matter. If I hunger, I will feast.
Hold on. Can I ask a question? What would
Depends
be
on
a
the
good
nature.
breakfast for tomorrow?
What do you have to make your breakfast?
I don't know.
Or are
Do you
you
think like oatmeal
ordering
or
things
eggs, bacon?
I like to keep it fairly traditional. Eggs, bacon, sausage, toast.
Nice Saturday morning.
Yep.
Get yourself some eggs, bacon, and all that.
Yep.
In terms of closing thoughts for me, I will say, God bless. It was a good Friday. I love y'all.
Be kind. Rewind.
What are we rewinding?
And a 1 first. And go.
Oh, by the way, you guys do realize that there's an entire generation of people that are becoming adults that won't know what rewinding entails?
Yeah, I know. It's frightening.
Well, they're not going to be kind anymore.
Well, that's already starting to happen in a certain chunk of the population, and they even knew what rewinding was.
Mm.
Very true. Very true.
And to that end, I'll leave off with, it is wit when a person is improved by your tongue, but cruelty if they're broken by it. And with that, have a good night all. The zoo is closed.
Night.
Bye-bye.
And now I click this, but it takes a couple seconds. So suck it!